butt face. What? What? It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May. Stop. Hit me, motherfucker. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Congratulations. Yeah. You will suffer my wrath, child. You will face the wrath of Papa Bear. What the? Come here. Junior? Yeah, take you, Junior. Junior. Every time I'm Peggy. I can't help you right now, Peggy. Oh, that was nasty. Hey, Peggy, what you need my help for, Peggy? You ever get a chance to get busy by yourself? Junior. Junior. Your face. Junior. Junior. So they got you jamming with that, huh? So they got you jamming with us.
Yeah, because it's going to be in the sun.
Oh.
That was here with us. Yeah, hopefully in the sun.
The Xbox Facebook page post about Black History Month. Saying racist things. Said please be just wanted to clarify before we publish our story. I saw my score from the Colorado Times. They wrote back and said this was done by someone on TikTok who's not affiliated with the NFL. He explained in his post below. Again, this was not the NFL. And then they shared a link to my video. So I wrote back and said, regardless of the broken comments, you say that the NFL stands behind the sentiment behind these comments. They didn't respond for 2 days. So I followed up and said, we'll take the radio silence as a no. Then they come back and said, once again, the NFL had nothing to do with this. The person who did this is a comedian. I'm sure you have spoken to him. And no, the league would not engage in a conversation like that. So I wrote back and said, no, I've not spoken to him. He seems to be very difficult to get a hold of. Please let me know if he ever contacts you. I joined a Facebook group called Parents Against Critical Race Theory, and somebody in the group chat was convicted of their company junior. It says their 9-year-old daughter watched it, and it made her feel like she wasn't good enough.
How are you still alive?
That's a Sawyer as I live and breathe. My mom always said it was a cockroach. I assumed she meant that was tough to kill.
I died. Who are your friends?
I might do introduction after you hit me up.
Oh, so hush hush. What are your things?
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I've got a new one.
Go ahead and lay down, Papa.
Good base plus and bonuses. And you can work with the quality.
Lay down, Papa. Yes. Lay down, Papa.
Want to miss this bus?
And I'm sticking to you. That's something I expect a cockroach to understand.
Well, that's a damn shame. Sure you're being ass. You see it here?
I sure fucking
Somebody named Jimmy commented, said just an apology because of this crap. So I responded as CBS and said thanks for letting us know you're following us. We will block you to prevent that from happening in the future. Then he responded and said very professional to say, check. The only good show you guys have is Survivor, and I don't have to watch that.
That's a Sawyer as I live and breathe. My mom always said it was a cockroach. I assumed she meant that was tough to kill.
I died. Who are your friends?
I might do introduction after you've heard me out.
Oh, so hush hush. What are your things? OGA?
That's what I wanted to talk about.
people.
They start hanging out, and eventually they start smashing. And over time, they get kind of a serious side relationship going. They're sneaking around, they're meeting up in hotels. At one point, they even get matching tattoos on both their left hands that say no death. In addition to that, John gets her name tattooed on him. So these two were obviously in this really deep. Anyway, one day, John introduces Valerie to his teenage daughter. And pretty quickly, for some reason, Valerie starts to hate this girl. It seems like she's jealous. Like she thinks that John buys his daughter too many expensive things, like shoes and bags and makeup and stuff like that, and that he pays too much attention to her. And frankly, Valerie she just wants all that attention for herself. And John, he knows Valerie's jealous, but he really just tries to keep peace and not upset her. About a year goes by, and Valerie and John, they're still dating, still smashing, even though she's married. And yes, Valerie still hates John. They apparently fight about it all the time. Like one day, she and John are hanging out, and he gets a text. Valerie's like, "Who's texting you?" And John's like, "Oh, it's just an email." But Valerie knows it must be him. It was a text from his daughter. And for some reason, Detecting additional hostile contacts. Incoming hostiles detected. Supply drop complete. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Supply drop claimed. All crates are now empty. Supply drop successful.
Target near you.
She was in the bed last time I walked over there. I went to get the ice. So I went to get the ice. She was in her bed. Enjoy this one. She's chilling. She's chilling.
You drink all my damn juice.
Nigga, I barely drink any of the fucking juice. That I just poured in there. That being so dead serious. I poured some in there, I took a sip. I gave it, I know I saw you take something, I went to take something again and I was like, nigga, this is gone already? The fuck? You drink all your damn juice. You drink all your damn juice.
Yeah.
The fuck?
You finished it.
I just finished that little bit that was in there left. Yes. That I will not disagree with. I definitely did just finish the cup that was just there, but I didn't drink it all. I think I thought there was more in there. Yes,
I can't Last week.
Take some of this garbage and shit out. It's gonna be a little cooler tomorrow. Okay, good. Where's it about?
It's in the bag.
I'll put that to the same. What's the thinking of? I had a whole container already. I found it. So clean out these boxes out from here. Alright, because what I did was I took some of the stuff, threw it right down the incinerator, and then just started throwing the rest of the shit down. Right afterwards.
But one day, that same year, he ends up watching a movie called Alpha. And in this movie, there are teenagers partying and smashing and stuff like that. But these characters are living exactly the kind of life Elliot wants to live. And in this movie, the story happens to take place in Santa Barbara, California. So he starts to believe that if he can just move there, he'll also be able to live this crazy life of partying.
teachers, secretaries, and we're fighting soldiers?
And the bad chance.
The garbage is taken out. Pretty much all the boxes and stuff is taken out. Yeah, baby. Honey.
I'm nodding my head.
I can't see you nodding your head. I can't even see if your eyes are open.
I'm looking directly at you.
Can't see that. I can't see, so that's why I'm looking. Okay, I can see it now. Huh? She's asleep. Oh, she looked like she's sleeping. Like I said, she's very quiet, so I'm not minding. That's all I'm asking for right now.
Detected. Control point in proximity.
I do not object to their ignorance, but rather, I reject their mean-spirited attempts to defame my reputation. I never made friends with Epstein. Donna and I were invited to the same party.
Compressor.
Contaminated gear detected.
A significant amount of advanced and powerful weapons were also left behind as a result of the evacuation. The military wanted to make sure that their supplies were well protected. These weapons have now become available to anyone who dares to enter the Dark Zone.